Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle one of the trickiest parts of the TOEFL speaking test, the preference question. You know the one where you've got just 15 seconds to come up with a brilliant opinion on something you've probably never even thought about before. Well, we are going to break down exactly how to master it. Okay, picture this. The question pops up, a 15-second timer starts, and whoof, your mind goes completely blank. The pressure is on, that clock is ticking down, and you somehow have to talk for 45 seconds about it. It is that classic heart-pounding moment of test anxiety, right? You could get a question exactly like this one. Two options, pretty clear, but which one is the right one to pick? And how in the world do you start to build an answer with that kind of pressure? Your brain just starts scrambling for any idea at all. And let me just say, if you have ever felt that panic, you are so not alone. It's a totally normal shared experience. So the key isn't to somehow avoid the panic, it's to have a system so solid that it works even when you're feeling that pressure. And that is exactly what we're going to build today. A simple, super reliable framework you can pull out every single time, no matter what they ask you. Think of it as a blueprint that turns those 15 seconds of panic into 15 seconds of calm, confident prep. So here's the secret. A high-scoring answer isn't really about having the most amazing creative opinion. It's about having the most brilliant structure. That's the real game changer. And we can boil that entire structure down to a simple 4-step key. And here it is. This is your entire game plan. It's that simple. You state your choice, give 2 clear reasons why, and then you wrap it up with a quick conclusion. It's logical, it's clean, and it shows the examiner you can organize your thoughts, which, by the way, is a huge part of your score. Now, having the structure is awesome, but filling it in with the right language is what's going to make you sound fluent and confident. So let's build your toolkit of go-to phrases for each one of those 4 steps. First things first, you need a strong opening. The goal here is to just state your preference clearly, right off the bat, no hesitation. This immediately tells the examiner, yep, I understood the question and I'm ready to go. Now, this phrase is amazing because it actually does 2 jobs at once. First, it sounds super polished and it directly answers the question. But here's the pro tip. By just restating the options they gave you, you're buying your brain a few extra precious seconds to line up the reasons you're about to give. It is the perfect launch pad. Okay, you've stated your choice. Now you've got to back it up. The absolute best way to do this is to signal to the examiner that you have a well-organized argument ready to go. You're showing them you're not just going to ramble, you actually have a plan. This sentence right here, it's your magic bridge. It is so simple, so clear, and it perfectly transitions from your main idea to your supporting points. It basically tells the listener, okay, get ready. I'm about to give you a structured, logical argument. It's an instant confidence booster for you and for them. And this just shows you how to keep that structure crystal clear for the person listening. Use simple little signposts. Start your first reason with first, or maybe to begin with, and your second reason with second. This makes your answer incredibly easy to follow. And trust me, an easy to follow answer is an easy to give a high score to answer. And finally, you gotta wrap it all up. The goal is to avoid just stopping when your time runs out. You wanna stick the landing. A short, clean concluding statement is the perfect way to reinforce your point and end on a really strong note. And this is the perfect way to do it. For these 2 reasons, signals that you're done, you briefly restate your preference, and it leaves the examiner with a sense of a complete, well-thought-out answer. No loose ends. It just feels polished and intentional. All right, so we've got the blueprint and we've got our language toolkit. Now, let's see how it all clicks together to build a perfect answer. Right now, in real time. We're going to assemble this thing piece by piece. Okay, here's our sample question, a classic preference task. You've got 15 seconds, but hey, no worries. We have our 4-step plan. Let's start building. Step 1, state your choice. We just plug it right into our key phrase. See how it immediately sets a confident tone and it restates the question? So the examiner knows exactly where you stand from the get-go. Now for the reasons. We drop in that magic bridge sentence. I feel this way for 2 main reasons. Then, bam, step 2. First, followed by a clear, logical point. Job security and a stable income. Perfect supporting idea. And now for step 3, our second reason. We use our signpost, second, and we give another strong, distinct point. This shows you can develop your argument with more than just a single idea. It's solid. And finally, step 4, the conclusion.
We use our concluding phrase to tie all together in a neat little bow. And there it is, a full, structured, coherent answer built in 4 simple steps. That is a rock-solid response.
So, here's the big takeaway from all this. You don't need to be an expert on every random topic they might throw at you. You just need an expert system. And now, you've got one. You know, the beauty of this method is just how simple it is. Seriously, memorize this 4-part structure, start with your choice, tell them you have 2 reasons, use first and second, and then conclude. This is your key to unlocking a high score on any preference question. So the next time you see that ticking clock, you're not going to feel panic. You're going to feel prepared. You've got the blueprint. You've got the language. The only question left is, are you ready to go out there and master your next answer?